try to go briefly through the slides, and hopefully I will bring a bit of digital Europe for all into this audience and present you the once only in practice. Today all our institutions dealing with the different e-services, they are facing more or less all the same challenges, and one of them is also the demand for once only. What does it mean? It means that the citizens and businesses provide different data maximum once, and then we expect from the public administration, from public institutions, that they internally share and reuse those data. And going beyond the borders, we expect that also at the EU internal market, this could be the case. Of course, this can really streamlining the public administration processes, removing administrative burdens by enabling this automated data sharing, reducing the paperwork, the manual work, and plus we are improving the quality of our data, and of course consequently also reliability on those data. We have all the single digital gateway regulation ahead of us that is actually demanding to implement this once only principle on certain areas, on certain procedures, and going at the EU cross-border level. Basically, it is in SDG regulation. It's one article dealing with this once only principle, and this article defines the technical system dedicated for this once only principle that actually enables the exchange of this data when we are accessing one procedure e-services in foreign country, and enabling us to gather and deliver to those procedure different evidences that are necessary to complete this procedure as simple as possible. And it sounds quite simple, but going into the details, it is very demanding task, not only technical, but definitely also semantical point of view, organizational point of view, and legal point of view. And the SDG requires from member states to complete this task together with the Commission and this central technical system until December 23. And it is, as it is so ambitious, we believe that without having the possibility to actually experiment and pilot these solutions, not to mention in the forum of official expert groups, it's really a must. So already in 2017, we had the opportunity to do the investigation, the research, the proving the concept in the top project. That is the project financed by Horizon, and now we have in the second year of Digital Europe for All. Digital Europe for All is attended by, we have 8 member states involved, together with the including different partners from those member states. In Slovenia, from Slovenia, we have 3 partners. We have actually 4. Sorry, we have our Ministry of Public Administration, Ministry of Higher Education, and we have 2 research institutions, Josef Stefan institution and faculty for informatics from Maribor. We started the project early last year, before the COVID, and hopefully the next year, when the project will end, we will be again in normal time, of course, in between reaching the very good solutions. I think that this D4O is building on the previous very large-scale pilots like Stork, Spoxy Sense, and of course also based on the results from ISA Square. We are trying to follow all these political and strategical documents like the declarations, Tallinn and Berlin Declaration. Then we are learning we are upgrading our knowledge based on the top project and following these guiding principles that were developed under ISA Square program, interoperability framework, etc. And what we expect from D4O project, of course, for us as a ministry, it's really a very useful experience to be in those, not only in D4O, but also in the previous projects like Stork, eSense, and TOP. It is very important for us to get the knowledge to test with other countries how we could implement those quite demanding interoperability requirements. And in this particular project, we have the requirements of Article 14 from SDGR. Of course, we are building on the common specifications and common components that are integrated then into the real life cross-border pilots. We would like to reach the as close as possible to reach the production environment. But for example, in Slovenian case, we at the moment we don't have yet the notified our EAD solution. So for us, it's really quite a challenge to expect from us to offer our citizens the real RAI production possibilities to reach and to access the cross-border services, because we cannot provide the proper EAD. Hopefully, the next year it will improve. One of the D4O goal is also to investigate further and going beyond SDG, investigating the blockchain technologies and other. We, as I said, we are trying to reach the real life procedures that are actually also very closely related to SDG requirements from Annex 2, where we have certain procedure that needs to be implemented, also following this once only principle. And in the field for studying abroad, we have 3 use cases: the application to higher education, applying for study grant, and diploma recognition. We have here 3 participating member states. Here we can see that the potential of this pilot is really something that we can expect to have the real life cases, because According to the statistical data from 2016, we have the potential of 1 million of students actually that undertaking tertiary level studies in another member states than their own origin. So basically, and also plus the population is the one that we expect to be really digital. Then, if we go to those 3 use cases, we have 2 that are actually following this SDG concept. This one applying to higher education and applying for study grants. Here we are dealing with the evidences that are academic from grades and also non-academic, like to prove your financial and household situation. Then one that is perhaps at this moment, at least for me, quite interesting is the 3rd use case. It is diploma recognition. Here we are investigating the possibilities of this self-sovereign identity and the blockchain technologies. And here we are preparing the mobile app. This is a prototype that is not yet the final, so it's not very user friendly. And we are developing here the agent, SSI agent that is now closely connected with the data consumer and data provider part. And we integrated this pilot with the European blockchain services infrastructure. This particular use case goes a bit beyond SDG concept, having one technical system that connects evidence or data providers with the data consumers. But I found, at least personally, found quite interesting also in the light of this proposal that we have now on the table since 3rd of June. It is on this ADAS revision proposal, introducing this European digital identity wallets. I think that Miguel from the Commission asked if we can see this one solely and blockchain, and I believe that this is very closely related, particularly through this use case that we are proving through D4O. And talking about related SDG, those pilots are one-to-one related to those procedures. I will try to go briefly through my slides. And going now to the business area, more than 80% of the companies are complaining that they are facing too many these administrative burdens. So we would like to improve this with offering this once only system for starting a business in another member states and doing the business in another member states. Here we believe that we can meet the expectation by the businesses to reduce the time and the effort to start a business and doing the business, and by improving the quality of this company data by reusing this data from authentic sources, and plus reducing manual work, and this way lower the transaction costs. Then we have the 3rd area, moving abroad. We are again with the citizen part of this one solely. Here we are encouraging the mobility across EU by enabling the change of address and all the necessary evidences that are required when someone is moving from one country to another. Then retrieving this birth certificate merit certificate and death certificates, plus requesting a pension information and pension claim. Regarding this timeline, we are now preparing the first wave. First pilots will go live in October this year, and the next one, then the next wave will go live the next year. And you are all invited to testing the results of our pilots. Everything will be published on this webpage. Before all is very much open to all the stakeholders that are connected with this implementation, taking on board, as I said, from the previous projects, and also the strong collaboration with the Commission. Just to spend a couple of minutes regarding this linear perspective, we have actually once only since ages in our legislation, but we didn't call it like that. But the real boom was started in 2012 when we introduced the dedicated platform called TRE, that is actually once only principle implemented at the national level. And here I will try to speed up, not to waste too much time. Our main motivation was coming from the social security, and for these purposes we connected more than 50 different data sources from the public administration as well as from banks, insurance companies, etc., in order to bring the more proper and rightful decision on social security. And we estimated that if we would compare this with the paperwork, manual work, we are actually saving 1 million euro each day. So this is really the message how important is this once only. Just to invite you to our events that hopefully will cover all this interesting topic that we are sharing today. We will have, I would like to invite you to the semi-conference. This is the first in an array of this in a series of our events. It will take place on 8th of December. Then it will be followed by the CIO network meeting and ended with the high-level conference on e-government. That's all. Thank you. I hope I was not too long.